All right, guys. So you know that I was the first one to hate the 2024 Dodge Charger EV. I hated the sound. I hated the look. I hated the interior. I hated the fact that it was a two-door Charger. I hated everything about that car. But when I flew out to Vegas and I saw this thing up close in the flesh, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's different. It's not the sexiest car that I've ever seen, not even close, but it's not the ugliest either. It's not the worst. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm going to be honest with you. That front end is hard. The only thing that's different about it is the fact that it doesn't have any kind of hood scoop or anything, because, obviously there's no engine. But I really think that we should give this Charger a chance, or at least look at it in person before you judge it, because this is not an ugly car at all. It may surprise a lot of you when you see it in real life. Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Knockout 360 here with another video, man. So you can tell I'm in a car that makes this a car vlog. You already know how it's going down when I come around. Let's get into it. I've got car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets. Anything and everything car related happens on this channel. So if you're into that, make sure that you stick around because you're in the right place. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out. So like I said, I was the first one to talk shit about the 2024 Dodge Charger EV. I talk shit about the sound of it, which they updated, and I'm still on the fence about that. I still think it sounds fake, but it sounds better than it originally did when they first debuted it. I talk shit about the sound. I talk shit about the body. The fact that it had no curves on it whatsoever. It was just it looked like a Challenger, but they're calling it a Charger. I talk shit about the fact that they're calling it a Charger, but it's two doors. I talk shit about the rims, the wheels. I talk shit about the interior. I talked a lot of shit about this car, period. And up until I flew out to Vegas and actually saw it in person, I liked nothing about the car. I didn't like it at all. I saw pictures, I saw videos. I didn't like anything about it. I thought it was disgusting. I thought Dodge had taken 10 steps back, But with that being said, and I'm not all in on this car. I don't want you guys to think that, because performance-wise, there's still a lot to be, seen. And there's still a huge question mark about this car. But seeing this car in person, I'm going to put a video up right now. Seeing this car in person changed my mind to a certain extent. This is not an ugly car by any means. It's not the most beautiful car that I've ever seen, and it's certainly not the most ugly car that I've ever seen. But it's somewhere in the middle. This is a really nice looking electric car. Out of all electric cars that's available right now, out of all electric automobiles, vehicles that are available right now, this is number one in my book. I'll put it to you like that. Out of every Tesla ever made, the Rivian, what's it called? Air something, Air Jordan, something like that. It's something. But out of all the electric cars, vehicles out there right now, this Charger is definitely the sexiest. I mean, the front end still looks very Challenger-like. You know what I'm saying? It looks muscular. It's got the, not the hood scoops, but it's got the vents at the bottom, which obviously serve no purpose because it's not like they're cooling down an engine. So that's probably, drag resistance, drag downforce, that type of shit, what's the word I'm looking for? Aerodynamics, that kind of thing. There's no emblem of Dodge up front, at least not on this particular model. At least this particular model that I saw, I didn't see anything on it. The hood, it scoops in, it scoops down and in, and like you'll see on the video what I mean, but it's different. And one thing that I noticed, guys, so I was looking at the tires, bro, these are 335s all the way around. 335s all the way around. Dodge has never talked about that. But I looked at the wheel up close. I don't know if this video, I don't know how close I got. They still got those trash ass Pirelli P0s, but these are 335s on the back. I believe they're 335s on the front too. These are wide ass tires, huge tires, 335s. But look at the rims. That's different right there. Look at that little, the emblem on the middle of it with the red. That's different. And the color, that octane red, I'm assuming this is still octane red. It don't get me wrong, it set it off. And if you can extrapolate what you're seeing, throw some tint on it, right? We got to make it ours. You guys know we're Dodge guys. We got to make it ours, right? Throw some tint on it, 10%, 5%, black it out. You know, if you want to do different rims, you can do that. Maybe throw on some black rims, blacked out rims. Go with some red calipers. I'm going to be honest with you. And if you're the decal kind of guy, you can do that. The stripe kind of guy, you can do that. Because, I mean, imagine a Challenger body. So you got that big square Challenger body. Imagine a Challenger body, and whatever you've done to a Challenger body, you can pretty much do to this, and it'll look similar. This is not an ugly car at all. This car kind of goes hard. Like I said, I'll reiterate, out of every electric car that I've ever seen, this car takes the cake, without a doubt. With that being said, we're talking about aesthetics. We're talking about the exterior. The interior, from what I saw, looked pretty straight. You know, it looked cozy. It looked sleek. It's got the big screen. It looks futuristic. It looks straight, you know. Definitely not the most luxurious interior I've ever seen, not the most technologically advanced interior I've ever seen, but it looks up to par for it to be a Dodge, put it to you like that, which is pretty much what we as Dodge guys expect when it comes to interiors. Let's be honest here. These are not AMGs. These are not M competitions. These are not McLarens. They're Dodge. All right. So let's be honest here. Let's make sure that we keep our standards in perspective. But the interior looks straight. It looks spacious. I don't like the fact that it's a two-door coupe, but that's beyond me. The handles are flush with the body. So if you've ever gotten into a Tesla, I think it's one of those things where you push the front of it and then it kind of, it flips out and then you grab it and open it that way. Or it may be a different mechanism, but it's flush with the body. So it's you know, real flush. The rear end looks like a first gen Challenger, 2008, 2007 Challenger. It's got the one light on the back. So, I mean, it looks like a Charger. It's got the air scoops, the air vents on the back of it, which I'm assuming serves for aerodynamics. This particular one did not have a spoiler, but you guys know, Dodge guys, I'm sure it can either be optioned out with a spoiler or somebody's going to find a way to put a spoiler on this car. The diffuser in the back looks standard, but once again, we're Dodge guys, so let's be honest here. I'm sure somebody's going to put a diffuser on the back of this car. This particular one did not have a sunroof, but I think it's got that panoramic roof where you can, or the top of it is all glass, but it's like blacked out glass, so you can see through it technically, but it's not technically a sunroof. I'm assuming, once again, you can option it to have a sunroof. All in all, guys, and the front lip looks pretty straight. I mean, it's blacked out, black gloss. It looks like the type of front lip that comes on Challengers now, except for this one's a gloss front lip. It's not that matte, cheap, plastic looking front lip that we're used to. All in all, guys, what I'm saying is there are a lot of question marks as far as the performance is concerned. You still got that fake ass sound, right? It's a little bit better now, but it's still a fake sound nonetheless. You won't get the V8 experience. You're not going to get that cold start sound. Let's be honest here. You're not going to get that V8, you know, acceleration noise and all that stuff. Everything that you like about a V8, throw that shit out the window right now. You're not going to get that. That's dead. But aesthetically looking, guys, this is not a bad looking car. I have to retract my statements. I have to recant the things that I've said about this car. This is not a bad looking car at all. And like I said, if you can extrapolate what this car would look like after it, you know, after you give it a personal touch, you guys know what we do to our Mopars. Blacked out the tint, different rims. These look like 20s right here. Keep some 20s on there. Maybe go with some blacked out 20s, red calipers. Let's assume we're talking about the octane red here, or maybe even a black on black, blacked out tint, black rims, black gloss rims, red calipers. If you want to go the stripe route, you can. Maybe if you want to lower it, you can. This is not going to be an ugly car at all. Like, it looks hard. Like, I'm going to put this picture up right now. And this is the picture of the lineup of the different generations of Challengers. This is what they had at the drag strip. Look at how that thing is sitting in the front. That is hard right there. You got to admit. Now, I understand you don't like electric. I don't like electric. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. I get that. But just look at this picture and look at this car up front. It's almost a wide body because it technically does have the flared out fenders. I mean, if you look at the Challengers, not the Challenger behind it, because that's a Demon with the wide body. But if you look at the two Challengers behind the Demon, compare the slim body to this Charger, it almost is a wide body. And like I said, 335s on the rear, you have to have a wide body to accommodate tires of that size. But look at how that thing is sitting. Once again, guys, extrapolate this, throw on some tint, throw on some blacked out gloss rims. This is not a bad looking car at all. Once again, looking, we're still talking about the exterior and the aesthetics. The V8 experience is gone. But if you can put the performance in this car and turn this car into an 8-second car like the Demon 170, a 9-second car like the Demon, 10-second car like a Hellcat, all-wheel drive, you might be on to something. All I'm saying, guys, is if you ever get the opportunity to, I'm not sure where this car is located or if there's somewhere that you can see an electric charger or the Charger EV, but go down and look at it and tell me what you think. Tell me I'm wrong. This is not a bad looking car at all. Look at this lineup right here. This lineup is hard. And this Charger at the front is hard. Honestly, it should just be called the Challenger because it looks like every other. And now that I'm thinking about it, why would they have a row of Challengers behind it if it was a Charger? They should have just called it a Challenger, but that's beyond me. This is not bad at all, guys. And to my understanding, the LEDs up front is like one continuous LED that's all the way around. That's hard. Imagine seeing that car at nighttime with the headlights and the whole front end is one LED. That looks like something out of iRobot. Out of all the electric cars that's out right now, this one takes the cake, aesthetically looking. And if somehow or another Dodge can add the power and the performance that we're used to, the future may not be as dim and grim as we thought. This car looks good. I would still take my wide body Charger over this right now. I would still take a wide body Challenger over this right now. But for the climate of electric cars, from what you and I have seen, the Teslas, the Rivians, all of the electric cars that we've seen from like Mercedes and Chevy and GMC, and there's this company, it's Air something. It's got air in it. I just can't think of it. I did a video on it a while back, and it's kind of like a luxury EV brand. I can't remember, but out of all those cars, this takes the cake. All I'm saying, guys, is if you get the opportunity to see this car up close and personal, I can almost guarantee you it's going to change your mind like it changed mine. You know, this car looks hard. You got to give it a second look. Our future with Dodge may not be as grim as we once thought it was, because if this is at the forefront and somehow or another you can put some power into this thing where you've got it going 700 horses, 800 horses, 335s, like nobody talks about the tire size. These are fat boys. Technically, this is a wide body Challenger from what I saw in person. You can't have 335s and not have a wide body of some sort to accommodate it. You could. I mean, Corvette does it. Yeah, Corvette has done it for quite some time. They've always had 335s in the back. So yeah, you can do it, but this looks like a wide body in person. Give it a second chance. Take a look at it. Look at the video that I just put up, guys. It's not a bad looking car at all. Right? Now, it's not going to make up for the fact that there's no engine in it at all. It's not going to make up for the fact that there's no V8. Obviously, it's not going to make up for the fact that there's no Hellcat. But I'll be honest with you, if we've got to go into the future and this is what we have to look forward to, it may not be as bad as you think. Now, start throwing different colors on this. Octane red, plum crazy, silver, white, cinnamon stick. Start throwing all the crazy colors that Dodge has put out on this car, on this body right here. Blacked out tint, 20-inch black gloss rims, red calipers. You know how we do our cars. I'm gonna be honest with you. You guys are gonna be surprised. Like 2024 may not be as bad as we thought it is. If these cars are rolling around, I think we'll be okay. Talk to me. How do you feel about it, man? I mean, have you guys seen this car in person? If you have, talk to me about it. How do you feel about it? I know it's not going to replace what we have and what we're used to. But if we have to go into the future and we have to take electric cars with us, or that's what we have to look forward to, this is not a bad way to go into the future. This is much better than Tesla. I'll put it to you like that. I wouldn't be caught dead in a Tesla, period. You know what I'm saying? I would take a Honda Civic, what's it, R-Type or S-Type? I would take a Honda Civic over a Tesla any day of the week. Not for the performance or the power, but just from the looks. Like, Teslas are disgusting. Disgusting. But watch this video. Tell me what you think, guys. We got to give it a chance. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a choice, to be honest with you, because it's not like we got options. You don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. We got to give it a chance. Simple and plain. It's been your boy Knockout. I'm gonna go out of here, man. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.